Hey guys, it's Ashley with 3R Sales and Service. Today we're taking a look at the 6-foot 4-inch Banshee Deluxe truck skid assembly. So we have a 5.5 gallon minute pressure washer. We've got two 7-gallon minute soft wash systems on these skids. The reason why we've got all four of these out here, these are our deeply discounted demonstration units. So I think on the listing it says right around 2 hours on them. We're lucky if these maybe have 15 minutes to an hour on each one of these things. So there's a little bit of blemish on the aluminum part, but as far as everything else goes, it's in fantastic, practically brand new condition. We are honoring the full warranty on all components as if it was brand new, and that's something that 3R is guaranteeing. And then we're also discounting the price heavily on it. So these were originally a little over $26,000. Right now they're at $19,499. If you wanted to buy more than one unit, we do have additional discounts available. We have shipping options available. We do the training whenever you get here. We'll fire them up with you. We'll make sure you're comfortable with all the equipment. If it's something we're shipping, we've got videos online that we'll send you a link to so that you can go ahead and get that training once you receive it. The biggest benefit of this too is that we're right here at the start of a season. At least up in our northern states, it's just getting to spring. So we typically have longer lead times, maybe about 6 to 8 weeks sometimes at this time of year, in order to get a piece of equipment built and out. These are all ready to go. So you're getting the discount, you get it right away, and you can start making money with it right away. So it's a really good opportunity if you wanted to take advantage of these. We'll go over the units themselves inside. We have one that's in the showroom where it's a little bit warmer and we can get around it for a 360 view much easier for you. Okay, so now that we're inside, we'll go over the rest of the unit and go over a little bit more details on everything. Up front, well, technically this would be the back of the truck where your tailgate would go down. We've got our 3,000 PSI, 5.5 gallon a minute pressure washer. It is electric start. It's got a Honda GX390 engine on it. This one does not have the upgraded charging system on the engine, but the 4 demonstration skids, they do have that on there. The battery for the electric start is just in front of the pressure washer, and then we have a strainer going to it from the water tank so that everything gets filtered before it goes to your pressure washer. We have both of our soft wash systems in this box right here. So the box can be used for storage. I'll open it up for you. You can see we've got the pumps mounted to the back. The accumulators are up top. And then you can use the bottom for small items if you'd like, or a spare parts box that'll fit nicely in there too. The box does not have to be open to operate either one of the soft wash systems. I'll have you move around to this side here, and you can see the power switches on the side for soft wash number 1 and number 2. On the back side is where the charger is, and that can just be plugged in. It'll charge both soft washes at the same time. So there's 2 batteries behind the box here that charges those. And then moving around to the driver's side, we'll go over, the passenger side. I'm really struggling to get this time. So on the passenger side of the truck, so the curb side is what we would typically call it, we have our soft wash number 1 hose reel, and then we've got our pressure washer reel. Both of these are equipped with 200 feet of hose. We've got locking connectors on all of the hose reels, so hoses won't get loose while you're driving down the road. There are lock pins on the reel to keep them from turning. So all of those features just help keep everything in place. The soft wash systems and the pressure washer have their own manifolds. So if you wanted to use all 3 at the same time, you can meter your soaps differently on all 3 systems. We'll start with the soft wash. So soft wash number 1, soft wash number 2, you can meter the water, the surfactant, and your bleach. Underneath the bleach valve, we have a rinse so that you can open this up, rinse out your soft wash system, or use your soft wash to just spray water. And then same for soft wash number 2. The only difference with the manifold on number 2 is that we have a quick connect here that allows us to quick connect a dipstick assembly so that you can transfer fluids from outside your skid into the 55-gallon bleach tank. So it just makes it, if you have a bulk container of bleach that you want to quickly, at 7 gallons per minute, flow into the tank that's on board here, It's just a nice, easy way to do that without having a whole bunch of, a whole separate pump system to do it. Again, on this, we have the rinse valve as well for the soft wash portion if you wanted to use that for rinsing through soft wash number 2. Down here is our downstream manifold. So when you are using your pressure washer and you're using your downstream injector, which is located right here, you can pull either bleach or surfactant, or if you open them up, you can kind of blend them together. Now, these are not precise metering valves like they are on the soft wash systems, but it's enough so that you can pull both or blend them a little bit if you'd like to. The third line we have here, it's labeled as dip, which means our dipstick assembly. So down below, we have a dipstick assembly, which you'll be able to reach it from the bottom of the truck, but for this purpose, it's a lot easier for me to just grab it from here. This you can just drop down into any random bucket of soap that you have. If you have a degreaser or some type of truck soap that you want to use or whatever, you can just drop this down, open up this valve, and it'll draw from that line. And then whenever you're done, turn it back off, wrap this back up, and stick it right back in your truck. So just kind of a nice way to pull a soap through the system if you don't have a tank on board specifically for that soap. Now these will tell you what you want to draw and meter it just a little bit. The soap injector itself has an adjustment on there. So when the adjustment is all the way out, the knob is all the way open, you can pull it up to a 20% ratio. Whenever it's all the way closed, it's completely turned off. So halfway is 10%, and then anywhere in between, you can kind of play with a little bit. Behind this system, we've got our 100-gallon water tank, 55-gallon bleach tank. On the driver's side, we've got the 16-gallon surfactant tank. So a pretty good, what we would consider oversized surfactant tank, so you have plenty of storage there. You can see all the lines coming out of these. These are the lines that go to the soft wash systems. This one's going to your downstream manifold. The 3 lines coming out of your surfactant tank, those are all going to your metering systems and the downstream manifold. So it's just easy to use all the tanks for every system that you have on here. And the other nice thing we have as well on the driver's side is the inlet reel, so the garden hose reel. It's holding 100 foot of 3/4 inch hose. The manifold on that reel is 1 inch, so we consider that a high flow reel. It'll actually fill your tank a lot faster than these standard 1/2 inch ones do, because the flow gets restricted at these 1/2 inch manifolds. So we use the 1 inch, especially with a 100-gallon tank, to make sure that your water level is staying as high as it possibly can, depending on how many systems you're using. So 1 inch manifold, 3/4 inch hose, all that high flow stuff. And then it goes through a filter before it goes to your tank too, just to keep debris out of that tank, making it a lot easier. With these truck skids, everything's a little bit more compact, so we just want to make sure that everything is accessible and everything is easy to use, and you're not going to run into any issues. So along with these skids, we do the training and everything as well. So if you need training on this skid whenever you come and pick it up, we'll spend time with you, go over how to use the system. If you're not familiar with soft washing or pressure washing, we'll spend a little bit more time on either one of those systems with you. And then if it's something that we're shipping, then we have videos of how to do that training as well, and even troubleshooting videos and stuff like that to help you along with that process. So if you guys have any more questions on this particular skid, feel free to reach out to us. We'll go over any additional details you need. Thanks.